In the garden of the boys.
What's in the garden of the boys?
Boy fruits.
Boysenberries.
Boysenberry crema.
Mm. Sensational.
Sensational.
Boys, guess what? We're in quarantine again.
We are.
Bum.
Bum,
Just,
bum,
just when you thought Corona was gonna let us out, it just brings us back in.
brings us right back in. Another
Oh,
quarantine
hold up.
cast.
Ooh,
Woo! I
we
heard
got
that.
one. Oh
That
yeah.
was a good echo on that one.
Thank you very much. The octaves on that were tremendous.
Yeah.
It's like the Grand Ole Opry in here.
It was like Mariah Carey hitting them high notes. Womp womp. All
Yeah.
right. Let's introduce the socials.
Sure. What's up, boys? Wine Boys Podcast. We're on all social media at Wine Boys Pod on Instagram and Twitter. wineboyspod@gmail.com for your wine suggestions and all of your beat submissions and silly, general silliness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. I have nothing to report as far as comedy dates are concerned because Corona still got us by the balls. I do have some medical news we'll talk about on the latter half of this here podcast. So stay tuned. If you guys want to hear about colostomy bags, this is going to be your kind of show.
Sick. Boys, you can follow me at Lord Gerald on the Instagrams and the Twitters. I'm sorry about no episode last week. That was because Daddy was on vacation.
Yay.
More about that on the other side of the break. Boys, we love you, and we want you inside of us in the Garden of Boys.
So pick some boysenberries.
Some boysenberries. Jardin du Bois. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Boys, we're back on WBOY. Boys.
We have we have a great contest coming up for you this Friday. Come on down to Jackson Toyota, where we're going to go ahead and give you 2 tickets to, no. It turns out there's only one show that's going to be coming into town this week, and it's the Styx World Tour. So come on down if you want to see a geriatric band hit the whammy bar for an hour and a half. Jackson Toyota, the place to be. Jackson Toyota, great service, great people. great service, great people.
Boring cars.
Yeah, foreign cars.
I was saying boring cars.
You want to drive a Toyota that will last you literally forever but has like no settings and still has a cassette tape deck? It is going to be a great day here at Jackson Toyota. But, anywho.
The day I bought my Toyota Corolla was the day my wife left me.
I love
Jackson Toyota.
That's one of my favorite parts of car ads is the customer review or like the customer testimonial. It's always the same it's always a geriatric white family. Like it's either a white woman or a husband and his wife. They're always like in their 50s because whenever they ask anybody if they want to do a customer testimonial, they don't ask people like us.
No.
Like, yeah, I just bought a car because I needed it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the reason why. You don't just buy a car because you can buy a car because you want one. I mean, but there's also, regular everyday folks need cars.
Well, that's why most of the cars sold nowadays are all boring crossovers.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
everything.
I own a crossover. It is very boring to drive.
Yeah, it's just a car.
It's a car.
Yeah.
It's a little higher up, and it's got more cargo space, but nothing exciting. It's very missionary with the lights off.
I was gonna say it's a very suburban dad kind of car. Like
straight down the middle.
Yeah, but you're a suburban dad, so you got the right vehicle.
I think the next car I get
and stow the kids.
Yeah, next car I get is gonna have a little sauce, 100%. This one I have right now. It is way too boring. It's very It's very
This,
fundamental basketball. It's the Boston Celtics in the 80s.
this is very mild hot sauce. Like it's
Yes.
just very, it's there. It's
Ketchup is
got more butter
spicy.
than it does sauce. Like
Yeah.
it's there though.
Yeah. And I think the next car I'm going to get is like the Lakers in the 80s.
A little more
A little
flash,
more
a little more
razzle,
sizzle.
a little more
Yeah.
dazzle.
More
Someone might get
unprotected
AIDS.
sex. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm getting. Not,
I think you got to go more with like a '90s Bulls kind of car.
80s
Like
Bulls.
a,
Cocaine Circus.
Bronco's back. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that, and it's pretty cool.
You get a Bronco.
I don't know if I'd get a Bronco.
Sterling white.
That would be sick. Like
Sterling
Coke
white
Dealer white.
with the peanut butter interior.
Ooh. But here's the thing: is I'm not the outdoorsy bro. Where like I feel like I'm disrespecting the culture by getting a Bronco because it's never gonna see a trail.
Was O.J. Simpson an outdoorsy bro?
No, but he was also very rich, so like do whatever he wanted.
True.
When you're fucking a Kardashian, and he was back then.
Rob?
Yeah, Rob. No, he was fucking Chris.
I know he's fucking Chris.
Nah, it was Rob. Yeah,
He was Rob.
Robert
Rob
Senior.
gets fucked over more than all the Kardashians.
Senior?
Junior.
Oh, okay.
Junior's had a tough life.
He's just the fat brother now.
This is what I was gonna say. He's just like he's the only one without any Instagram clout. Like it's just.
Mm-hmm. He got fucked over by Black China. And really, she is an excellent finesser.
She is. I mean,
she took advantage of this man while he was down and depressed and fat.
Mm-hmm. It's called being a businesswoman.
They make such a huge deal about this man being fat all the time. Ooh, bless you. Is your pussy okay after that?
Yeah. We got to pause. I got to. That's
all right, I'm going to pause. Hey, boys. We're back.
Yes, we are.
Let's jump into this wine because let's jump into this wine. What are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking a wine. It's called Weiss. Shout out to my boy Weiss.
My boy Ben Weiss.
Shout out to my boy Ben Weiss. This is his personal favorite, I think. This is a 2018 Chardonnay. It's from the Finger Lakes region of New York. Yes. It is from it's from New York, but it has its origins in Germany.
Okay.
It's Weiss.
Weiss.
So, born in Mosel, Germany, winemaker Hans-Peter Weiss, which is like the most German of German names, traveled to the United States in a quest to pursue his passion and discover the world.
Okay.
However, his travels were cut short when he stumbled upon his home away from home in the Finger Lakes region of New York.
Nice.
Finding minerality in soil and the climate similar to his home, he was able to pursue a passion in handcrafting traditional German-style wines.
That sounds lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to the Finger Lakes and we stay for the weekend and we stay forever.
Yes. All right. So tonight I have the Dreaming Tree. It's a 2018 California Chardonnay.
We're both drinking Chardy Boys.
Yep. And this is the Dreaming Tree. An exciting collaboration between Dave Matthews and award-winning winemaker Sean McKenzie.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're drinking Dave Matthews wine. I thought we had a strict no Dave Matthews policy on this show.
I think this is Dave Matthews wine. By the way, Post Malone.
When you said you got that, I was just like, that's definitely Dave Matthews wine.
Yes. By the way, Post Malone has a rosé out.
I did see this.
And once we're together again and we can drink wine again, we're going to have to get into that. So anyway.
Once we're together again.
Once I'm in your arms again. An exciting collaboration. Where is it? Dave and I believe a wine should be true to its roots. And our Chardonnay is no exception. We think this wine captures the flavors of California's coastal regions with its big fruit, toasty oak, and vibrant citrus flavors. Sean McKenzie. Long shadow sheep. Sheep cast a significantly long shadow when viewed from a balloon early in the morning. I noticed this from a balloon far too early with no coffee. Dave Matthews. I don't know why they put that on there, but all right, Dave.
I mean, like I said, we have a very, I mean, we have a very long-standing tradition here that understanding that if you over-describe something like wine, it's usually not as good as it should be.
Typically, yeah.
Just like, let's write a novel about
Yeah.
this. See if we can make this sound better so people will buy it.
I really should have read the back of this bottle before I bought it. But I saw it was like, oh, it's $17. It'll probably be at least okay. And
you can get price gouge.
Probably did. I mean, it was the grocery store that I walked. It was the liquor store that I walked to. So,
Alrighty.
That's what I walk to liquor stores right now, so I can feel like I'm one with the people.
Hey, where you heading? Yeah, the liquor store. You don't got a car?
Yeah, I do. Just walking.
Just walking, using my legs.
Yep, brought a backpack with me. Really wanted to feel like one of the hoi polloi.
All right, so this wine I have here is called Weiss. It's a Finger Lakes wine. It's a average price between $17.99 and $20.99. So I think we're in the same ballpark as far as price is concerned.
Yep.
It's 100% Chardonnay, notes of butter, oak, citrus, and lemon, and Swiss chard. It actually says.
Ooh. Oh, that smells good. Can you look up this one that I'm on? The Dreaming Tree.
Nice.
That is
elegant.
Okay.
Hold on, just get a little.
Get yourself a little sippy boy. Elegant sippy boy.
This is my last one for a little while.
Yep.
That's good. It's crisp and lightning.
Yes. Let's see. Cute.
All right, so what do we got here?
This is the Dreaming Tree, 2018 Chardonnay.
Yes, there it is. It's the Dreaming Tree Chardonnay.
Okay. It's okay.
Average price is $14.99 to $17.99.
It's 17 flat.
There you go. So you're right around there. 100% Chardonnay. Notes of oak, vanilla, butter, peach, lemon, and grapefruit. You're going to get bold, dry, and slightly acidic notes. Very
that's
cognizant of a Chardonnay.
Uh-huh.
You also might get notes of pineapple as well.
Okay.
I get a lot of apple.
I'm getting a lot of butter out of this. Butter, slight bit of grapefruit, very, very buttery.
Saturday morning breakfast. Half a grapefruit, a little bit of sugar.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting here. Very, very buttery, almost thick.
Almost
and thick and acidic on that back end. So it's it's a white wine.
Thick,
like
a Dave Matthews chorus. Just
crashing into me.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. The ants will go marching on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I got a friend who said his two favorite bands of all time are Dave Matthews and Pearl Jam. I go, okay, so you just like guys that don't make words. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if you just listen to mid-90s Pearl Jam, just listen to a full song. Tell me if Eddie Vedder completes a single word. I don't think he does. I think every single word of every single song, even when he's singing like Jeremy, it's just like the only word that he says in full is the chorus. It's Jeremy. Like it sounds like he put a mouthful of marbles in, and it's just like, you know what? I think this is what the people want.
I don't know if we've ever discussed this song on this podcast, but it's about a kid that killed himself.
Oh, yeah. I got a whole bit about it, actually.
How you were conceived to Jeremy?
I don't know. No, it's not. No. Once I'm allowed to do comedy again, I'll show the world.
Okay.
No, I have a whole bit about grunge music, and especially that particular song.
And how you were conceived to that song.
I mean,
I'm running with that.
I don't think that song was even out yet, but
that harmless little fuck. Maybe your brother was conceived to it.
I don't know, man. I mean, he was.
And now I got to figure out what year it came out.
He was born in 95, so that was like right. I think that was like the Candlebox era of grunge. So that was like, it was flannelly, but it was a lot of like kind of like streaming guitar riffs.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like it wasn't so much about the lyrics and the meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Like early '90s grunge was really about like passion, well, passion of sadness. Really, it's just it's rain. We're in Seattle. It rains a lot. Let's
Well,
wear, let's wear wool and talk about depression.
yeah, we're gonna wear
Um,
flannel.
and then
By the
like
way,
in the
Jeremy
mid
was released in
'90s, it was
'91.
yeah, mid '90s. It got a little bit more like colorful, where the lyrics didn't mean as much, but
Yeah,
it was more like guitar riffs and you know
yeah,
like perfect example. Do you know that song "Shine" by Collective Soul?
of course.
Okay, so that came out in the mid '90s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the chorus of that song is? It's
What is it?
yeah. It's literally it. Just like yeah. That's it. And they do it like 50 times in the song.
I
That tells you everything you need to
personally,
know about grunge music.
I personally was a big fan of the Nickelback era.
That's not grunge.
I know it's
They're
not grunge.
Canadian.
They are,
They are
and
the
they
that's the
they
that is
really
the
rock the
yeah,
house.
yeah, that is the epitome of Canadian hard rock. Because the thing is though is that Canadians by nature are just very nice people. I'm assuming everybody in Nickelback are just super nice.
Probably, they're probably the nicest guys.
But they also like sat in a room and played the same guitar riff for 14 consecutive songs, and we're just like, we can make an album out of this. And then they did
Nickelback.
it for and then they did it for 15 years.
Yeah, I first of all, the guys from Nickelback are probably each worth $1 bajillion,
Yeah,
making the world's most okayest music.
yeah, they're the world's most okayest band. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is that they got all of their shit on the radio, so they made all their money when you can still pop a song on the radio
Mm-hmm.
and still make money on it in top 40.
Yep.
And then what they also did was they made movies. They made movie music and they made movie soundtrack music, which was
Yes.
like the
Huge.
original, like the Spider-Man soundtrack had like 5 Nickelback songs.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like, oh my god.
Well, you think about it, right? Like, you take Wiz Khalifa, for example.
Mhm.
Wiz Khalifa was like a successful rapper, but he wasn't like stratosphere really
No.
until that "See You Again" song for Fast and Furious came out.
Yeah.
Biggest song of his career.
Yeah. If you get on a movie soundtrack,
Mm-hmm.
then you can take off. But nowadays it's all about just,
Yeah,
internet money, bitch.
yeah, and also controversial opinion, not his best song.
No. Oh my,
It's
that's not
just
controversial opinion.
no, it's just sappy
It's just
because
factual information.
yeah, it's just the song is just sappy because it's about Paul Walker died, but
What was
that's
your
not the essence of Wiz.
what was your first run-in with Wiz Khalifa? Because mine was Say Yeah in college.
I thought that came out when we were in high school, dude.
Yeah, I know, but it was my
Our
freshman year
senior
of
year of high
college.
school.
I
That
didn't
was
even know that song
probably
existed yet.
I remember seeing the video on like MTV2 before our good friend Andrew came and picked me up like our senior year of high school, and we'd go to fucking Cracker Barrel before
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I was
class.
definitely in
Yeah.
the car with you one day because I heard that song and I was like, I think I like this. And then I realized who it was, and I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know who Wiz Khalifa is, but
Yeah. And then it was kind of like, and then you never really heard
then
of
we
him
went off to
again.
college, or I went off to college my freshman year, and that was like literally the only song that I would hear at frat parties.
Yeah, but even then you were like, it's some rapper, like we'll probably never hear from him again
Yeah.
until, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I
Now he's
remember,
making Oreo commercials.
right. But then I remember I really like started to listen to him probably when like Kush and Orange Juice came out, because I was like, this
Low
shit
key
is
slapper. Really.
that is probably his best body of work was
Yeah.
Kush and Orange Juice.
It's just
And
a low key slapper.
the whole mixtape is basically how he's gonna smoke some weed and he's so cool he's gonna fuck your bitch without trying.
Yeah.
Like basically like, and you'll kind of forgive him for it because
It's Wiz.
he's cool. Yeah, that was the whole vibe of that whole mixtape. Sorry, man, I fucked her. Like,
Oops.
oops, slip.
Yeah.
I slipped.
Yeah.
So
We were just having a conversation in the park. One thing led to another, and I fell.
I fell. She tripped. I tripped, and
I tripped, and I happened to
entanglement.
fall inside of her. as if I was diving into a pool.
You know, it was an entanglement. What can I say?
Jada, chill out.
Oh man,
I feel so
but
bad for Will Smith. Like I'm not. I had my big Willie style era. You know,
hmm
everybody did when they were in their when they were in grade school,
hmm
and that was like Independence Day. Will Smith. You know, that was really like that was our time.
yeah,
And then as soon as he started getting into like the sappy drama movies, I'm like, all right, there's certain ones. Like I need action hero Will Smith.
hmm
And now he's to the point now where he's hearing about his wife's love affairs when they were on a break and he got inside of some sort of entanglement.
well, think about it like this, right? Every year for the past probably 53 years, Will Smith has always had a movie hitting theaters the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
This year, no movie, but he needed something to be part of the conversation.
So yeah,
So when did we hear about this entanglement?
well,
4th of July weekend.
4th of July.
4th of July weekend. That's when we heard about it. So I I think at this point they've kind of figured out like the era of the mega movie star is that's kind of a mysterious person is dead,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's all about content, like just
I don't know, man. I'm still pretty enamored with Johnny Depp.
yeah, but even
Mostly
then
because
his
he's a
sideshow.
gross overspender.
Mm-hmm.
And also too, he finally divorced Amber Heard after she chopped his finger off or something, and then he was
Yeah,
like, it was
yeah.
my fault.
There's a lot of weird shit with them, but even then, here's the difference between Johnny Depp and Will Smith. Will Smith is controlling the information that's coming out,
Yeah,
and he's doing it in an effort to make
but
himself
yeah, because he's
seem
doing
more
it on his
normal.
own platform. He's doing it through
Right.
Facebook, but it's literally his own. It's
Right.
the red table.
Johnny Depp shit is coming out through like court depositions and shit. I mean, do you hear about him you hear about Johnny calling Amber Heard Amber Turd?
Yeah,
Like she pooped on the floor or something, so he picked it up and called her Amber Turd.
which is funny. Which
That
is
is
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't think
But
Johnny Depp had that range of comedic genius.
yeah. But what I think is hilarious though about the Will Smith August Alsina thing, I think Gilly the Kid had a really interesting take about it, where he basically said, listen, Will Smith is like one of the biggest movie stars ever. Like the man makes $20 million a film. You know, he shows up anywhere in the world. It is pandemonium.
Yeah,
Like he
he
can't
was
go
the
to a grocery
original
store.
Dwayne Johnson. That's how I describe Will Smith
I mean, there
for
was
a
Arnold
younger
Schwarzenegger.
generation.
There was Arnold Schwarzenegger before him. So, but
Wait, you
still,
think
like
he
he
was?
was
Wait,
one.
hold up. Sorry, I got to stop you there. So you think Will Smith was like Schwarzenegger type, like action hero?
Absolutely.
I don't see it.
Men in
No, I
Black.
don't agree with you on that. I think he was
He
more because I think Will Smith was more like approachable. So you can put him like in a family
well,
movie. Put
I
him,
mean, they
but you
weren't
can't put
exactly.
Schwarzenegger. Well, actually, that's a lot because you could
He
put
was in some.
Schwarzenegger in family movies and it was fine. It was just he would always play the goofy foreigner.
Well, I'll put it this way: Schwarzenegger could have played Will Smith's character in Independence Day. The movie would have been a little different, but he
No, you
could have
needed Will.
played that role.
No, because you had to have Will Smith juxtapose Jeff Goldblum's quirkiness
They could have did it.
with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
Imagine Schwarzenegger and Jeff
Goldblum would
Goldblum on the same screen.
Goldblum would have had a bigger role,
He would have been like, well, I think
but
and then
short.
you'd have
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger like,
yeah, Goldblum would have had a bigger role. They would have given Schwarzenegger less lines, and Schwarzenegger. No, it's an E, not an I.
little sleight of tongue there.
Yeah, yeah, but Arnold would have had. Nah.
Gotcha, bitch.
Anyway, Arnold would have had less lines, but same amount of screen time, but less lines. And yeah, and that would have been it. And Goldblum would have had more lines. That's it.
Every little moment in that movie with Jeff Goldblum was fantastic because it was always him just like overthinking and kind of overanalyzing,
Absolutely.
and then Will Smith would like kind of reel him in.
hmm
And
But even then, remember that one scene, right, where like Will Smith is like, you know, the fighter jet pilot, and he like shoots down one of the aliens, and he gets shot down or whatever, and then
He's
he,
dragging his ass through the desert.
yeah, well,
It's my favorite part of the movie.
opens up the spaceship. The alien comes out and he punches the alien in the head. Can you not see Arnold Schwarzenegger doing that?
No, because I would see, because Will Smith does it and then he punches him in the face, and I can't imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger going, "Welcome to Earth." Like I
I
can't
could
imagine.
perfectly picture Arnold Schwarzenegger doing that. But
No.
he wouldn't scream
What?
like Will Smith did, because
No,
Will
no, no.
Smith is a different person.
Because no, my favorite part, because the it's not even that part. It's when he's dragging the alien through the desert in the parachute,
It
and
wouldn't
he's
have been
just
as
like, and
funny.
he's just having that inner monologue with himself, and he's just like talking to himself, and he
Mhm.
gets so angry at the alien. He's just like, "And what the hell is that smell?" And he just starts kicking it.
And I'm sure 100% of that was improvised, because that's just who Will Smith is.
Yeah.
Arnold, they would have showed him dragging the alien through the desert, but the comic relief wouldn't have been there. It would have
Yeah,
been
because I
big,
don't think there'd be
strong
any
Arnold.
dialogue. It would just be like a long shot of him just like dragging this big ass alien through the desert.
Yeah, yeah. And then they would have did like the slow pan and like the montage. They made it seem like he walked for like 43 miles
Yeah.
until he finally got to, Area 51 or wherever the fuck he was going. I think they 100% would have did it. They could have done it and the movie would have been just as big,
Yeah.
but the same amount of comic relief wouldn't have been there. It would have been more of a drama.
That movie needed it.
It did. But yeah, I think they could have done it, and I think the movie would have been just as big, but it just would have been a little different. But with that being said, Will Smith was at one time the biggest movie star in the world, and to this day, he makes life-changing money for every movie he's in.
Yeah.
And
He's earned it.
And Gilly the Kid described it as his woman's crab legs got cracked by another man. Like, so if it can happen to Will Smith, it can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
And Will Smith basically just took it on the chin. Like, laughed about it and everything. Jada was in Entanglement. And you saw that picture of August Alsina that I sent you.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's a hell of an entanglement.
Jesus Christ.
You could actually go Alaskan crab fishing with that entanglement.
That boy has king crab legs. Like,
Yeah.
That's a big...
Yeah. I think you remember Bam Bam's Club from Flintstones? Just imagine that, but a penis. That's what I call an entanglement.
Oh my God. That's a big old dickums.
Yeah,
Them
it's a
Calvins
$5 foot long. It's a meaty boy.
He was ready to tear those he was ready to bust out of them Calvins in that picture.
I was gonna say, man, I don't know. He needs regular size underwear. I don't think regular underwear can handle that.
He needs
it's my 8th pair of Calvin Kleins this week.
These ones are actually custom.
These are custom to fit the dick root. He has dick root because it's so big.
He could crack those crab legs right open.
Yeah. Well, Jada had her fun,
And what's funny though is Jada's talking about how she needed to feel good. I'm like, of course you did. But even then, like, what do you do after you know that your woman was with such a substantial man who's half your age?
I mean, you just take it on the chin.
Yeah, your dick was never that big, and he's half your age. And that's what he said, though. Will Smith just took it on the chin. Just, whatever. I got your back.
Like, yeah, July 4th. I gotta get views.
He's like, well, I made $20 million in 3 months.
So,
August.
Yeah, August. Yeah. Nice hang down. How about my? Let's weigh my wallet next to that Clubber Lang you got there.
Yeah, well, my wallet weighs more than your dick, so I could buy 3 of those penises.
Yes. I can get that one cosmetically put on if you want me to. So, speaking of an entanglement, we both got entangled with a little bit of I wouldn't call it like a situation, but we both had to get coronavirus tests.
Yes.
On Monday.
Yes.
Yours because of the travel restrictions of the fine state of New York.
Last week, I was in Dewey Beach, Delaware for vacation. It was lovely. Yeah. But
I gotta say, very underrated vacation spot.
Dewey's the shit. But
I was saying, I didn't know a lot about Dewey Beach, but I started doing a little research, and I was like, I think I want to go there at least.
yeah, you should
Probably
go.
there
It's nice. It's nice. But anyway, day 3 of my vacation, it was announced that Dewey was added to the list of places where you have to do a mandatory 14-day quarantine when you get back into New York. So
there are a lot of people there.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, it's a week long. It's like a July 4th destination.
Yeah. It's one of those like summer vacations. You go there for a week. Like it's nice. It's a nice place to unplug.
Northeast coastal town.
Yeah. But anyway, so basically, from what I understand about it is, in order to go back to work, you either have to quarantine for 14 days or you have to get tested. There's a fly in my fucking webcam. Anyway, or you have to get tested. And basically, if your results come back negative, then you can go back to work. So I was like, all right, like I'll get tested because I don't particularly want to quarantine for 14 days because, it's a bummer. So I go to a urgent care and they stick this long ass Q-tip thing down my nose. They tickle the back of my brain and kind of feels like you're drowning, kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not the most pleasant feeling in the world.
Hey,
eyes
great.
water,
like,
nose ran a little.
I'm not itching to go back. Like,
No. But they hit both nostrils, and then they're like, "All right, we're gonna send out your test. You should know in about 4 to 7 days." And then I find out today that Delaware was removed from the list, so I'm going back to work tomorrow. Like,
I was gonna say,
I didn't even have to get the fucking test, but I did.
Well,
I also got the blood test
good.
too.
Yeah, I had to go get one because I'm having a procedure done.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of it's the reason why we are recording via Zoom again, because I have to stay quarantined for a minimum 72 hours leading up to the procedure because I have an active COVID test. Now, I had to get mine drive-through style, just like McDonald's. It was fantastic.
Okay.
I waited an hour with an appointment. So if they think that they got this whole thing figured out, they don't. So they don't. It's messy. I had an appointment. I waited. There's probably 44 cars in front of me.
Wow. How many? Where did you go to get it done?
I had to go to the local hospital medical center. So I had to go get to that specific one because it needed to stay in their system. So I had to go. It was one of those. So the interaction that I had with the lady was actually one of the funnier parts of it. So I finally got up for my test. I'm wearing a mask, because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Comes up to the car. She's like, all right. All right. You have all of your information. Can you verify date of birth? So you know how this shit works.
Yeah.
And she goes, any questions? I said, is this going to suck? That's all I said. I was like, is this going to suck? She goes, it's not going to feel good. And I'm like, wow. I was like, no bedside manner at all, huh?
Nope.
She goes, it doesn't. She goes, it's not. She goes, it's about 5 seconds. I go, all right. She goes, so just like count backwards, 1, 2, or like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll be done. And I'm like, all right. So did the whole thing. And then as soon as I was like holding on to the bottom of my steering wheel. And I was like, oh God, just make it stop. It just literally just like as far as humanly possible, you can put something up someone's nose.
Yeah.
Because I got a big nose. I've been mistaken. The first thing that people have asked me, because they look at me and they look at my nose, they go, you Jewish? And I go, well, that's a really shitty thing for you to think originally. The first thing that pops in your head, I was like, just because I have a big nose.
You Jewish?
Like, I was like, it's a stereotype.
And they say it in a fucked up way too, don't they? Like, you Jew?
They just assume because I'm like, I don't know. I've come to the conclusion that like a lot of Jews have like receding hairlines and like big noses. And I'm just like, all right. So
that's
I'm like,
not offensive at all. But
no, but that's what people say to me. They say it to my face as if I'm not a person.
So you just see white guy, big nose, receding hairline.
Yeah. Just a white guy with bad genes. I mean, that's very typical. Mostly white males around my age just don't have good hair. I mean,
this is very true. In fact, mostly men in general. around our age. Because, I mean,
Shit
you just
hair.
turned 30. I'm turning 30, like, next week.
I was gonna say, you're turning 30 next week.
But Daddy's hairline is strong. God damn.
We got that.
Woo.
You got that beautiful silky black hair.
Oh, my God, yeah. But even then, if you look at most of the men in my family.
I've got 3 generations of baldness. I knew it was coming.
Oh, me too. Yeah, most of the men in my family are envious of this.
Yeah. But I have 2 interactions that I had with nurses in the last 2 weeks that I want to talk about. So, and then I'll kind of get to the point of why we're doing this podcast quarantine style. So I get the test done. She swabs my nose, and she's like, and my eyes start watering. Like I just watched like the saddest movie of all time. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Obviously no." Like I was like, I'm crying and I can't help it. I was like, "Do you have tissues?" And they like have some at the stand. And so she like runs over, but she doesn't want to like come in contact with me again. So she just kind of like softball tosses them at me. And I'm just like, all right, caught these. And I start like kind of like wiping my nose, wipe my eyes. And she's like, well, she goes, at least it's over, right? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I guess it could be worse. She's like, yeah. She goes, it could be Florida right now. And I'm just like, I was like, Florida in the context that they're getting more coronavirus cases, or Florida as a state? She goes, you be the judge. I was I like her.
What was it? Florida had 15,000 new cases yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'll hear this. So 2 days ago, by the time you guys hear this,
on Monday, 15,000. I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah. What was funny was like on Friday they had, I think on Thursday they had 9,000 cases, and the governor said on Friday, "Oh, it's just a blip."
What's 15 though? Like, what's 15,000? That's a big blip.
It's a big blip. It's still a blip. It's still part of the continued blip.
Yeah, I get very bent out of shape about the way Cuomo's been handling the whole situation, because I think he's being overly protective of the whole state.
I get it though.
But I get it. Yeah, I mean, as the government, you have to govern people to do things most of the time they don't want to do.
Yeah, you do.
I want to pay taxes. You got to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to tell people shit that they really don't want to do, but you got to enforce it and just, do your thing. I mean, and think about how hard we got hit here in New York, like when it first really hit.
Yeah, we were the worst.
We were the worst in the first. And he doesn't want to go back
from
there.
Worst to first.
So
Patriots, man.
He doesn't want to go back to that situation. So, he's got to. Let's lock shit down. You got to quarantine, and we're going to find people and all sorts of shit.
We're going to find you.
But I think the problem is I think a lot of the states are getting hit really bad right now. When they did their initial lockdown, it was too early.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, the people just aren't taking it seriously.
Yeah, they jumped the gun because but you also, listen, I don't want to make this a border war, but like look at the line of what states are getting hit the worst. And they're it's always the same red states that are just like, I don't believe in wearing a mask at my Costco.
Yeah. I need a gun, but I ain't gonna wear no damn mask.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you afraid of?
You want to talk about like the actual difference between the two? Okay, here's the thing. You can wear a mask and protest. Why do you need the gun? You bring a gun without a mask, and what exactly are you protesting? Like, it doesn't make a fucking difference. Like, they're all the same thing. The mask can be equated to the same freedoms as if you were, wielding a gun in a government office. It's just the problem. It's a very. I think of things in very literal terms. I think it's a very easy conversation. Okay. 2 people on the line. Okay. We have overeducated people like us. Overeducated, liberal, kind of free thinkers that know fucking nothing. But let's be honest, we don't know a goddamn thing.
We know enough to know that we don't know anything.
We're well read.
Yeah, but we're
well informed. We're well read because we care.
Yeah. But we understand enough about this to realize that we're not the experts.
Correct.
So we're going to defer to the experts.
Yeah. Somebody asked me my opinion on masks. I go look at the CDC. What do they say? Okay. Then you have the other side of the coin, which is, hardcore red state, usually older, baby boomer type of guys.
Older, self-righteous.
And they're taking away my land and my freedom. Like, and but they are typically, and this is not a sleight of hand or anything like that. They're just typically less educated and
Yeah.
less informed.
Yeah.
They watch 3 minutes of news and they go, sticking with that story.
Fox News specifically.
Yeah, they're headline readers.
Yes.
I literally had this conversation. So this leads me to the next little quick story. So I had to get another test. I had to get a lot of tests on the last week because of this procedure I'm having done on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I went to the hospital and I had to get some testing done, blood work and so on and so forth. And a nurse walks in and she's kind of like, walking me through, all the procedures and so on and so forth with COVID. And it seems to be the topic, the hot topic in the medical industry about the wearing of masks. So I would think, as a medical professional, that's just kind of a common hat. Like you're just wearing a mask. It's just,
you would think.
Yeah. So she walks in immediately. It's just like, I hate this fucking thing. She's like, I hate this mask. And I'm just like, I'm kind of okay with it. And she's like, well, I mean, you don't wear it every day. And I was like, no, it's like every time I go out, I got to throw it on. I said, it's kind of just like a protocol. She's like, well, you're not in the medical industry, so you wouldn't understand. I go, well, I got to wear the mask every time I go out. So I think we're all in the medical industry now.
Well,
she didn't like that. She was like, no, you don't fucking get it. And I was like, I fucking wear it every day. Like,
I mean, okay, part of it is she probably has to wear the mask all day, every day when she's at work.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like me, for example, like, okay, I go to work, like, yeah, I got to wear it to walk into the building. But as soon as I sit at my desk, like I'm more than 6 feet away from everybody. I can just take it off. So I understand.
Tape measure out?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, like the bosses had to do that. Like before they had to measure everybody.
No, I'm talking about like at your own desk, just like for like shits and giggles, just like have a tape measure, just like whip it out.
Yeah.
Just be like you're casting a lure.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
get away, Linda. Yeah.
Actually, you're 5 feet, 11 inches. So give one little.
You're gonna have to move, just scooch a little.
Give a little butt scooch back.
Just give a little scooch. But yeah, so yeah, I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, it's like this, all right? If furries can fuck in like full fucking suits, you can wear a little mask. Like you will be fine, okay?
It's a tough conversation to have. How do you think they'll understand that? Like if you would try to explain what a furry is to a uninitiated.
You go to pornhub.com and you type in furry, all right? And you will see these fucking nerds in their full like Arctic Fox
nerd
suits, their full like mascot suits, having raucous sex, very raucous acrobatic sex in these full mascot suits. My name is Winter Fox. But you see this shit too. They're wearing the full, that thing is fucking Winter hot. Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's perfectly fit, so it's got a good dick cut out to it. That's the only thing in your body getting a breeze, because the rest of this thing is just
hot,
moist. My name is Autumn Frog. Like, I'm here to plunder the lowlands. And
plunder the lowlands.
And they will fuck.
I like how you say It's just like, yes, I frequent that side of Pornhub.
Exact. No. But we've talked about furries on this podcast before.
I'm aware of what it is, and for purely for scientific purposes. I looked it up.
Listen. If out-of-shape nerds can fuck in these costumes,
you can wear a mask.
You will be okay.
What a political statement
you just made. That's all I'm saying.
If a nerd can fuck in a fox costume, you can wear a mask.
You can wear a mask. A full fucking 30-pound fox costume, complete
I can imagine
with animatronic mouth moving.
Getting up at City Hall. You're the mayor of a town or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just getting up, and it's just like. You just like show a picture of a guy, and it's just like a guy in a furry. It's just like, if this guy can fuck in this, you can wear a mask.
just like that one clip that went viral with the one dude talking to the mayor of Syracuse.
Yeah.
About how basically like none of the cops live in the city of Syracuse, and it's like
Oh,
really powerful and
I
poignant.
said we were on that shit weeks ago.
Oh, we were saying that shit weeks ago about how the police should live in. I'm pretty sure I even said on the podcast that like you're fucking cops in Syracuse, but they live in like Central Square, Baldwinsville, or whatever.
Yeah, you're basically you're going to every suburb and you're taking that money and just giving it to the suburb.
Yeah, it's that tax base, and then you wonder why the Syracuse city schools are so terrible.
Shit, yeah, they're shit.
Same shit. But yes, if you
but you also got to think about it too from the perspective. Look at it from a national perspective. I mean, that's literally every state.
Yeah.
Like, look at impoverished places. Look at big city, and look at the city district.
Yep.
Look at the city schools. Terrible. Always.
Yeah. Usually, the city school district is awful, but the surrounding districts, the suburban districts, are great.
Yeah. California is one of the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Like, actually, I think they are the worst as far as like graduation rate.
Mm-hmm. Like Los Angeles is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, but then you go right outside of LA, it's great. Public schools are great because they're well funded, because that's where all the people with money. Yeah.
Just is what it is.
Yeah.
Malibu.
Orange County.
Dude, got tubular back there, man.
But yeah, same thing in New York.
Yeah.
Long Island schools, incredible.
Yeah, Long Island schools, great.
Yeah.
Stone's throw away, not
in the
good.
Country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is. It's a very. It only took little old Syracuse to get everybody talking. Who'd have thunk it, right?
It really is weird, but honestly, Syracuse is really like the perfect. There's a reason why Syracuse has always been like a great test subject for like new products hitting the market.
Mm-hmm. I would say I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and the reason why, and historically Syracuse has been, and the reason why is because there's some of everything here.
Mm-hmm.
You got rich white people, you got poor white people, you have a large population of Black people and Hispanic people and immigrants, and you pretty much have every demographic living here.
We really are. We're a large melting pot for everybody that kind of shit. Because Syracuse is a lot of shit, just as far as like the way that it's portrayed in general. But it has so much stuff.
Yep.
It's again densely populated, but it has so many different walks of life.
Yes.
In that kind of small area, but it is still like it's a pretty big place. Everyone kind of like, oh, it's just this like little like middle of nowhere town. It's like it's really not. It's actually
Well, it's really Onondaga County in general. Like you've got urban, you've got rural, you've got suburban. Like there's every demographic you can think of lives in this county.
Kind of, I know you kind of just said Onondaga, but it made me kind of perk my ears up. What do you, because we're talking about, because I just think of the Native Americans, especially around here. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the Washington racial slurs? What's
Redskins?
Whoa.
Well,
they're not called that anymore.
I know. They haven't announced a new team name yet.
I know. Washington racial slurs, I refer to them as now.
Washington racial slurs.
My thought with them is they've literally been trying to change this name for like 15 years. And it has
they've been being stubborn about it for like the last 15 years. Them and the Cleveland Indians.
I mean, all it took was corporate sponsorship dollars to be like, listen, these are going to be taken away and we're going to take the naming rights away from the stadium. And we're like, okay, I mean, I guess I'll change the name.
I guess.
That's the thing. Is like this is Washington, D.C. we're talking about. Why don't you just make it a name that has to do with, DC? Why don't you just call it like the Monuments?
The Washington Monuments. The Washington
Monuments.
The Washington Senators. Like there's so many.
There's so many names you could just easily throw in.
Yeah.
Like think about it. Here's actually the Senators isn't not even that not even that bad of a team name. Think about the like OG racial slur logo with the circle, the O circle with the R in the middle and the feather.
Yeah.
Okay, get rid of the feather, make it an S. Bang, you have a team.
That's it.
Done.
That's it.
I just
think about it.
Senator, I personally would like to see the Sentinels because I want Shane Falco to play quarterback. But
I mean, think about it though. Originally, we were the Syracuse Orange Men, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
the
original mascot was a Native American.
Correct.
And then they changed it to Otto the Orange. And for a while, they were still the Orange Men. And then after, I want to say when we were probably in high school, they changed it to like just the
Just the
Orange.
orange because
Yeah.
it was well we because it well the big issue was like you can't call it Orange Men and not call it Orange Woman. So then
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
gender division. So they're just like, let's just call it Orange.
But even then, originally, they changed it, before we were born, the original mascot was a Native American.
Native American, yeah.
And I didn't know that until probably when I saw the Express, Ernie Davis movie. I was
that
like,
was the first time that I was actually even like, I was like, wait, what?
What? And then I thought about it, and I was like, that does make sense.
It's just,
but I didn't know they changed it.
It's all of it.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about it too, because that whole thing. But there's so many names, especially like sports teams across the country that talk about Native Americans.
Yeah,
I mean, like I think about even in hockey, or not even hockey, but just like the University of North Dakota, their nickname is the Fighting Sioux.
Yeah,
like the Sioux are indigenous people.
Yeah,
but they're fighting as if they're warriors. So like I think it's more of a. I'm trying to think of the right word. So it's more of a. It's a brighter light. They're more of talking about their like warrior past and fighting for their land, which I think is more acceptable.
Yeah.
Than just saying like the color of one's skin. That's more. You toe the line with it because, again, it then becomes an issue of like what narrative, what side of the aisle are you going to stand on in this issue?
But it's still like you're using a culture of people as your mascot. They're here to entertain you, and that's where it gets offensive.
Yeah.
It's the same. Like you got the Cleveland Indians, and that's like, I don't think you can be more on the nose than like the Cleveland Indians. Like,
well, yeah, because it's the actual people, but
yeah,
I mean, look at the mascot, Chief Wahoo. Look at him,
smiling,
which
they did retire.
Grin. Yeah,
they did retire the mascot, and he does have a big grin.
Who
was it on ESPN that wore a T-shirt that was like a spoof of the Cleveland Indians? I think it was like the Cleveland Caucasians or something like that.
Cleveland Caucasians, yes.
Who was that? Bomani Jones?
I think it was. Yeah.
I think yeah. It was a spoof, and what was funny was people were so outraged about him wearing that shirt.
It's a funny shirt.
It's a funny shirt.
It's all just a play on words. It's a funny shirt.
Yeah, but what's funny though is that if that shirt offends you, then and the Cleveland Indians doesn't, then like you.
Yeah.
Come on, fam.
Look at yourself. Yeah, fam. Look at yourself.
Fam. So yeah,
we're just an outrage culture. I mean, it is
yeah, and that was years ago. So I don't know, but Washington's team owners have definitely dug their heels in deep about changing the team.
Daniel Snyder's been digging his heels in for 15 years.
Oh yeah, about changing the team name.
But here's the thing: is that we talk about this. And we're just going to go on with our merry lives. And as soon as football's popped on a Sunday, I'm not going to give a fuck. Like, I could give two shits.
Yeah.
They could be called literally the Washington Panda Bears. And I would be like, that's fine.
Shit, even if they were just the Skins, like.
It's still too weird to say.
I mean, it's better than, Redskins fans call them the Skins.
Yes.
And, it's really just. It's better than the Redskins, I guess.
I know. All I see when I talk about the Washington racial slurs is I see 5-11, 4-12. It's just bad, just shit team.
Maybe that's the curse. Maybe that's their curse. They're not going to be able to turn the franchise around.
Watch that. The curse be lifted. 2020 comes around. In the year of COVID, they switch the team name, change up the color scheme, the jerseys, everything like that. They go 11-5, win the East.
Well, 2012. 2020. Who is the NFC East playing this year?
Oh, as far as like the schedule is concerned?
Yeah. Have they released it yet?
Oh yeah. They released the schedule. It's the only thing they got right now.
Yeah. Like, are they playing the AFC East?
You know what? I don't.
Because if they are, and they have to play the Patriots this year,
Well, it's a different Patriot team. No,
exactly.
no Thomas Brady.
Yes, no Thomas Brady. However, you have a healthy Cam Newton, and
Sort of.
he works in. Apparently, I think he's going to work very well in Bill Belichick's system with the Patriot way.
So the NFC, um, NFC East is playing the AFC North this year and the NFC West.
Okay. So they don't have to worry about the Patriots in the regular season.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
So they're playing. So they'll play. So they're playing the NFC. So yeah, AFC, AFC North, and the NFC West. That's who they're playing this year.
Okay. Yeah, because if they had to play against Cam Newton's Patriots, they're going to be the most exciting thing to watch this year.
I have my theories. I think my I think Cam Newton still's got plenty left in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know what he can offer that team overall.
I think he can.
I think this is a
lot.
I've been saying this since he got signed because everybody was just like, "Oh, Cam Newton, they're just going to bring him right in, and they're going to let it. He's going to be starter day one, and he's going to lead them to how." I don't think he makes that big of a difference. I think this is a tryout. I mean, I think this is a 1-year contingency plan to get a contract somewhere else.
I don't think Carolina actually put a team around him when he was there.
No, he was the team.
Exactly. He was the whole team. He played what?
2015 MVP season. Do you know how many points he accounted for?
All of them.
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
He had almost 60 touchdowns by himself.
Yeah, they never put a team around it. It wasn't until last year when he actually got to play with some talent, Christian McCaffrey, for the first 6 games or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They won all 6. Cam got hurt.
They didn't win all 6.
They won all 6.
No, they didn't. They actually didn't.
Okay.
They started 0-2.
You're right. Okay, they won 4 of 6. That's still great.
He got hurt, but he didn't have enough guys around. He's never had enough guys around him. They've always had enough. Very okay offensive line. They finally put one offensive weapon around him when they got McCaffrey.
Yep.
And that's
so now he's going to New England, which is known for having beefy offensive lines.
Mm-hmm.
Those boys are beefy. They always are.
Beefy boys, yep.
Beefy boys. So he's got some protection. Okay. And then he's also got the Patriot way, where basically you just do your job.
But that's what I'm trying to figure out because that's going to be the NFL. We still don't know exactly what the season's going to look like. It's probably just going to be piped in fans, which is I'm fine with it.
They're not gonna have fans in the stands.
I've gone to professional football games plenty of times. Mm-hmm. I prefer to sit on the couch and watch it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The in-game, I fucking put a camera in my face and we'll live stream it.
It's not football. Watching football is so much better on TV.
Yeah,
honestly,
it really is.
It is.
It's 55 cameras on the field. It's just
honestly, most spectator sports are better on TV.
Well, yeah, you want to get the best experience. The live experiences are fun. I agree. But sitting at home and just eating, making your favorite food and just sitting for 8 hours and just being like, this is great.
Actually, no. Here's what I'll say as a best experience. Unless you're courtside or right on the sideline, if you're not there, then yeah, watching at home's better, 100%.
Yeah. I've gone courtside a couple of times, and it's definitely cool. It really is.
It's an experience.
You can you can feel the sweat.
Yeah. Well, even then, watching hockey, for example, right? Hockey is at its most exciting if you're right by the ice.
Mm-hmm.
If you're right there in the front, and you can actually heckle the players. Hockey's great.
Yeah. Otherwise, hockey players talk back too. That's the best part about it.
They do. They do. They talk big shit. I love it. hockey. That's when hockey's
It's
at
a
its
different kind of
best.
shit talk, though.
It is.
Like mostly, like NBA and like NFL players are always talking about money and cars and just being like, "You're soft, you
Yeah.
can't do shit."
Yeah.
It's just like, come see me when my second contract is up, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
NHL players are just being like, I will fuck you in the street. Just
Yeah.
like,
And then they'll call you like a Hoosier or something.
yeah. You fucking hoser, get out of here, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, I
Yeah.
loved, I have this, one of my, I have these arguments a lot with people that I think hockey players are the best shit talkers in sports.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's just like, nah, man, definitely like NFL players. I was like, yeah, NFL players have more confidence because they get paid more and they flex.
Yeah.
They flex their money muscles. Like hockey players are just tough. Like they're just like all they do for 60 minutes is just get beat the fuck up. And
football players do too.
They do. Oh yeah, they do. They do. But with the consistency, NHL is always moving, hitting, hitting. The NFL, at least you get a break for a minute. You can run off the field and just like catch your breath. The NHL is just like
you got the huddle, like
you're getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
And the thing is that like these dudes will take like pucks to the face. They'll get like 3 teeth knocked out. They'll just be like, I need 10 minutes just to like attach these teeth back in, and I'll be back.
Yeah.
But then they come out.
Put in my partial.
Yeah, they come out, and now they have a lisp because their tooth has been knocked out.
Yeah.
And they just start still talking shit, and it's just like, listen, motherfucker, I'll fuck you up.
I will fuck you after this game is over. Yeah. And he says it with a lisp. Like, is this like Tyson?
He's like, hey, man, he's not fucking stupid,
He's a fucking hoser.
Yeah. Why don't you have a Labatt? Let's talk about it later,
Yeah. It's after the game, like, he's going to drink a Molson Export. Yeah. And he's going to
drink a dog shit exported beer, yeah.
Yeah. And then he's going to fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what he talks about.
Yeah. Why don't you take it easy, pal? I have a Molson,
Yeah, they are a different breed.
But, they're a different breed. They're very funny. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I love my favorite part of hockey games, or really just like the fighting style of hockey, is like the best fighting style of a hockey player is ripping one shirt over the other guy's head.
Yeah.
and blinding him.
Faces. Yeah, I'm gonna blind you and I'm gonna beat your face. And that's what they do.
It's the best part of hockey. It's just like, hey, you know what's the best part of fighting? He can't fucking see. You just blind his face and you punch him in the head.
Yeah. But speaking of sports, the NBA.
Yes.
And we talked about the Orlando bubble.
Oh, the bubble, man.
The bubble.
Not
so
bubble.
Apparently,
I've been trying to listen. I even went on Google Earth and I was like, "Where's the bubble? I don't see it." I looked for it.
Well, the reason they call it a bubble is because you're not really allowed in or out.
Yeah, I know. They shouldn't call it a bubble. They should just call it like a biosphere.
Yeah.
It's all living organisms. They're not putting a dome over the top. If it was like a biodome, I'd be like, that's cool.
It's sick. But if you remember, I want to say about 3 or 4 episodes ago, we posed the question, how are the players going to come?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then I read an article on the New York Post about I believe it was Mo Bamba reached out to, which they didn't say it directly, but reached out to some Instagram model. She wouldn't say who it was.
Right? Is that who it was?
I think so. But but basically the Twitter sleuths were able to deduce that it was Mo Bamba that reached out to her, inviting her to the biodome.
Yeah,
which tells me that this ploy is not going to work because the players need
Twitter,
to come.
Just thirst trapping.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
Fucking titties. Yeah.
So thirsty. I mean, just imagine a 22-year-old boy just sitting in I'm just going to refer to it as the biodome from now on, in the biodome in Orlando. Mm-hmm. Mickey Mouse to his right, Ugly Anna to his left.
Mm-hmm. Who are you going to have sex with?
I was going to say, what a perfect juxtaposition being at Disney World.
Yeah.
Well, you got clout chasers like all over your DMs just being like, invite me out to Orlando. I can get in. And Mo Bama's just like, I got to come. But like Mickey Mouse is always just like, you should ride get on Magic Kingdom.
Get on Magic Kingdom.
Splash Mountain. I'll make you come.
And jerk you off.
Just imagine that as like the promo reel at Mickey World or at Disney World. You go into like Splash Kingdom, it's just like, I'll get you wet, I'll make you come.
I can make you
Yeah,
come.
Mo Bamba just like, he wants to toss someone salad, man. I mean, this is
Yeah, he just wants
who
to
was
put
our
his
who was
face
our
in her
player
butt.
comparison? Was it Kyle Kuzma? He was like, I was like, that
Yeah,
guy.
we were talking about Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma needs to come.
Kyle Kuz needs to come.
Yeah, there's been some really good. I've been following. So like the one thing about being in the bubble and the invention of social media is that you really get to follow these NBA players literally as they're like sitting in a hotel room. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
following guys that I never thought I'd follow. Like I've been following like Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah.
And he's got a fucking amazing setup. 2 double stack refrigerators with like the best snacks.
Oh,
He's got the
sick.
PlayStation 4 set up with the Xbox. He's also got this. He's legitimately got a Zen corner, which is like it's almost like it's like this satin cloth that's just on the ground. It's just like every time I need to kind of like break away, if I'm like angry at a video game or like I know I'm gonna get upset at something, I just sit in the corner for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, man, like that's it.
And it has absolutely everything he needs.
Because the thing is that he's now a seasoned NBA pro, been in the league for
Yeah.
like 7 years.
Yeah.
Gets it. Still making good money.
Yeah,
got
of
a
course.
got a wife now.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's like the sensible NBA player in his like later 20s.
Yeah.
Who's just like, listen, man, I'm gonna occupy my time with Hot Pockets and fucking NBA 2K. Like,
Right.
that's how
right.
I'm gonna occupy my time.
But if you're a young
Mamba,
22-year-old race car.
yeah, then you got like this 22-year-old. I mean, Mo Bamba's I think 19, or he's 20 now.
I think he's 22. I'm pretty sure he's about 22.
I don't think he's even 22.
Look it up. I think he's 22.
Listen,
I think
he's
just old enough to have a beard.
You're as old as you want to be.
Yeah. No, but you figure that young race car, he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, Mo Bamba's, he just turned 22.
He's horny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, when you're that young, well, imagine you at that age, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you got millions of dollars.
At fucking 28. Like, it's just like.
But yeah, but imagine you, well, I'm thinking like back when you were single still.
Mm-hmm.
You're that young and you're a young race car, prime of your life. You just want to rip and run.
Yeah, you're a McLaren just ready to fucking bust out.
Yeah, ugly Anna can stay in my room, and I'm gonna come back to the room. I need to discharge my firearm.
I need to shoot up her club.
Yeah, like, I just got done practicing. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna put my face in your ass, and then I got a team meeting at 6. Like.
There was another player who got in trouble for running across the Orlando campus to retrieve food.
Of course.
Did you?
All of them are getting in trouble because they're trying to keep all these fucking millionaires like locked down indoors. Like, dude, I want to come and I want some fucking Chili's. Like, what? How are you gonna stop? Okay, already they have a hard enough time enforcing what is it? Fuck, not quarantine. Curfew.
Yeah.
On these professional athletes. Like they just can't do it. How many videos out there are of fucking NBA players in strip clubs like the night before they're supposed to play?
Kawhi Leonard, ultimate fun guy.
Yeah. Fucking
yeah.
Even then, some guy did a statistical analysis of James Harden playing.
Here's the one that I was talking about. So it's Sacramento Kings player Rashawn Holmes has placed in a 10-day quarantine for breaking the NBA bubble food rule, where he ran across campus to retrieve food.
Something tells me he went to like Chili's. I just wanted some Crispers.
Yeah. Dog, I just wanted a fucking bloomin' onion, all right?
Yeah, but I'm telling you though, like it's hard enough to enforce curfew with these guys as it is. I mean,
my biggest thing with watching this is that these world-class athletes have the same diet that I do, which is the best part.
A lot
they just work super hard for it, and I don't. I mean,
A lot of that's genetics, dude.
I know, but I'm just shedding the pounds because of Crohn's.
Yeah.
But there's these guys just like, listen, I went to Wendy's, I got a Baconator and a fucking
Mm-hmm.
10-piece spicy nugget. I'm running across campus for that
I'm,
shit.
I'm gonna be totally honest. A lot of that shit is genetics.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you've got guys out there like me who look at food and they gain weight, and then you've got guys like them that just their bodies just work better. You're 6'12"
mm-hmm.
and you weigh 220 pounds, and that's just how you're built. That's really what I think it is. Because
Yeah.
fuck, dude, I'm jealous.
Yeah, here's the statement from him. He goes, after the initial quarantine period, I briefly and accidentally crossed the NBA campus line to pick up a food delivery.
Accidentally, yeah.
He goes, I'm currently quarantining, and I have 8 days left. I apologize for my actions. I look forward to reporting back with my teammates for our playoff push.
Yeah. When do they actually start playing?
2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, they all have to quarantine.
Correct.
And then they can actually play.
Yeah. But like most teams are they made light of it. Like the Dallas Mavericks brought like their like team DJ out, and they're just like chilling and just like bouncing around in the room.
Yeah.
Or just like hanging out on their balconies. Like,
of course.
I could imagine. It's almost like being at summer camp.
Probably.
It is at summer camp. Like, especially for the young guys, just like, yo, I used to do this shit when I was 16. Like,
yeah. The only thing is now I'm a man and I gotta come.
Yeah. Now
I gotta come. I gotta come and I need some chilies.
Instagram thirst traps over.
Yeah.
Just like yo, I'll get you a plane ticket tonight.
Who did James Harden invite?
I don't know. I'm not even worried about James Harden. I'm worried about J.R. Smith. He's angry at the macaroni and cheese they put in his room.
Yeah.
He's a Laker now. He's on a winning team.
He is a Laker now. Yeah. Oh, so he has Paul.
That's the best part, is that after that fucking debacle, when he like just forgot how much time was on the clock, LeBron is like, you can come back.
You can come. Listen, that's his boy. Like, yeah, he's gonna fuck up every now and then, but he's mostly solid. Like,
all I've been doing is watching classic games recently, and I just watched back the game 6 where he just fucking forgot how much time was left.
Yes.
And I still get angry to this day. Like, I'm watching it. Like, my girlfriend's on the couch. She's on TikTok. She's just scrolling through, and I'm like frustrating at the TV. I'm like angry at the TV. I'm like, fucking shoot it. Like, what are you angry about? I was like, a game from 3 years ago. It still makes me angry that he didn't shoot it. I don't know.
I just love this picture.
With
you can see it.
Yeah. This is Easy Mac bullshit. Like,
what the fuck is this?
It's Velveeta, though.
It is Velveeta. At least it's a name brand. He's like, the fuck is this?
Come on down to Charlie Mustard so we get himself some cheese whiz.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, yes, some guys can eat like that. You let Zion Williamson eat like that for 6 months, though.
Yikes.
He's going to get big.
I would say he's looking good, man. He actually.
Oh, yeah. He's looking great. He did. So did there are a few players that got themselves back. But they had a long enough break in the season where, like, they can rest their bodies and then they could work out and, clean up their diets because they're not on the road.
Yeah, the big boys really got themselves in shape.
Mm-hmm. So it's like now we can come back and we can go for a playoff push. I know Bron ain't happy about Velveeta.
This ain't a part of my regimen.
No. Oh, everything Bron eats goes into a spreadsheet.
Oh, God.
Absolutely. Do you know how much fucking science is involved in LeBron James's life? He's got to make sure that he is optimally prepared just for everything.
Yeah, he has a rock-based diet. Like, it's very much just like, I eat 14 pounds of this, and I eat like 3 pounds of this, and this is what I get. Like, it's just.
I think the difference is, I don't think LeBron gets the Rock's cheat meals.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started on that brioche French toast.
Oh, my God. It's stuffed with peanut butter. Just rub oh, my God. That shit looks so good, too.
I know. Expertly made by a chef. Personal chef.
Of course. Or the sushi train
Yeah.
followed by the he'll eat a full like 40-piece family pack of like sushi
Yeah.
and then follow that with like double stuffed chocolate chip
Yeah.
cookies
But also
sandwiched in
imagine
peanut
being
butter.
6'5" and 280 pounds of muscle. Like
Exactly.
it's
And
just like,
after that
well,
you
I'm
polish
allowed
off a
one.
bottle
I
of
can do this
tequila.
once a week, and then I have to go back onto my white fish and vegetable diet.
Yeah. That is his whole diet.
Yeah, it's literally just white cod and vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Which is,
once a
I gotta tell
week
you, like it doesn't seem like that bad of a diet.
I'd get bored.
Coming, I've had. I mean, my life is just full of digestion problems, so I'm like,
Mhm.
I'll literally take anything at this point. Like, just give me a fucking salad, man. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I personally I get bored. But the thing is, I mean, you do too. I love food,
I do too.
but also
I have a
like when
very,
I get done eating, like I don't have hot lava coming out of my ass.
yeah, I have a very different. Like I said, my relationship with food is like I've come to the conclusion that like I can never enjoy a meal like I should. So I watch it and I'm just like, that looks like fun.
Hmm.
Like I wish I could enjoy it like that, but like hopefully once I get my shit together, literally,
Hmm.
um, we'll figure it out. Um, so I'm trying to figure this out. So here's the deal. So I am currently drinking I think my last bottle of wine for probably a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go minimum 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, um, so I gotta have some surgery
Hmm.
on Turds Day, which is ironic.
Turds Day. Amber
Turds Day.
turd.
So this Thursday, I'm gonna get a little procedure done. So they're gonna put a alostomy in my tummy. So basically, the moral of the story is that the bottom half doesn't work for the plan is like 6 months.
Hmm.
So I ain't got a doo-doo,
You ain't
which
got
is like
shit.
half the show. Like, how am I gonna fill How are we gonna fill this time?
I don't know.
I don't know. But I was showing you before, so they gave me like one of those. So like I had like a pre-test, and they gave me like a legitimate like what a bag would look like.
Yeah,
It literally looks like a brown whoopee cushion.
it really does. Can you
Yeah,
blow it up?
yeah. And you just doo doo inside it,
Mm-hmm.
and you just like rip it off, and you just like dump the doo doo out.
It's doo-doo, babe.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly like what it is, but I'll document it for the boys. Like I'll pop it on all my socials. And
Just like record yourself like dumping the bag out.
no, I don't think I could.
Well, that's not for Instagram. That's for
No,
eFucked.
no, that's for efuck.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll save that for later.
Yeah. Save that for
I
like
might,
heavy
you know
R.
what I will do is I think I will record it just to see how gross it actually looks.
Yeah.
Because I listen, I've never had one before.
Mm-hmm.
But so the moral of the story is basically what they're doing is they're, instead of like cutting stuff out of me, they're just like putting a bag in
Mm-hmm.
for roughly 6-7 months.
Okay.
And I won't have to take a doo-doo. But it's weird because like I enjoy my poops. Like it's one of
Of
my favorite
course.
things.
It's your me
I
time.
it's yeah, that morning dump.
Yeah.
Like do you understand like the morning dump is like my 15 minutes of like I read the news, I get my stretches in, like I get I get myself limber for the day.
Your toilet yoga.
Yeah, I do. I basically I do toilet yoga. Yeah, and
Um,
I basically I evacuate whatever is like out of my body that I didn't want. Just
yeah.
like let's get the hell out of here.
Now, here's the thing
And I
is
just
I typically take a morning dump as well. I'm not gonna compare the two,
it,
but I'm just saying I get the appeal of a morning
but
dump.
it's the
Like,
longest poop of the day, right?
of course. And I
Yeah.
feel like the only thing that would make my morning dump better would be a cigarette.
I always think it's like a glass of scotch with mine. Just
Yeah. Like something
oh,
just nice and yeah,
like, I
yeah.
just feel like I should be swirling something, just being like, this is good.
Or like tequila with some lime juice.
It's always like the morning dump is always like it's always the evacuation of the night before.
Yeah.
So it's like it depends on what. Like if you had a good dinner, you kind of
Mm-hmm.
just like reminisce on the fact that it's like that was good steak or like that
Yeah,
was
that was
good, like
good. Oh,
whatever.
that was
Yeah.
delicious.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that would be the appeal. But
Or if you had like a bad meal, it's just like this needs to get out of me.
yep, I don't need this in my life anymore.
It's like I'm better than this. Like
Yeah.
anytime you get fast food and you just
Yes.
shit it out, you're just like, I didn't need that.
Oh my God. For me, it was Burger King specifically.
The Angry Whopper.
Oh my God. Okay. Angry
Oh wait,
Whopper
you told me
dumps
about
I've
Angry
had.
Whopper shits. You're just like, I think I have to go to the hospital.
Like these were some of
Oh, hiccups. Here they come.
I can tell you this. I ate an Angry Whopper. I ate it a couple of times because I'm a glutton for punishment. But
You're just
I
testing your
remember one.
phone.
Oh yeah, one time in particular because this is the Whopper, but they put bacon and jalapenos on it, and there's this sauce on it. The sauce is fucking delicious. I don't know what it is about Burger King. It gives me the spiciest of farts.
Oh
But
yeah.
the Angry Whopper in particular was like a new level.
I do
And
enjoy when anybody ever like classifies something as angry and they
yeah,
sell it to people. Like
yeah, it's always
this is
spicy.
an angry Whopper.
Yeah. So, but anyway, this Whopper in particular, and I believe the Angry Whopper was to commemorate Angry Birds, so they gave it like a red bun. Okay. The red bun made my poops
It
like a
gives you a
bluish
red
greenish
button
color.
cancer, I think.
It probably does because my poops were like a bluish greenish color and
That's not
they
normal.
smelled so bad that my wife was this close to checking into a hotel. Like she was just, I'm just gonna leave for like a day or two just so you can get
You
this
need
out of
some
your
time with
system. She
yourself.
did, yeah. And she was like, we might need to repaint when you're done.
We're gonna have to put some wallpaper up after this.
Like you ever go to like a smoker's house or like you sit in a smoker's car and you see all
Yeah.
like the fucking nicotine stains
Yeah,
everywhere?
it's just brown. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what was happening in this bathroom. Like
Ugh.
just
Ugh.
nicotine stains on the windows, but it was doodoo, baby. Just
I'm just testing the fortitude of this house.
yeah. I didn't shit the bed, but we had to replace the comforter. Just,
I've had nights like that. Mind you, like my digestive issues like
mhm.
totally outweigh. But
Yes, yours do.
yeah.
And that's probably the closest I've ever gotten to like understanding your plight was after eating an Angry Whopper and just how bad. And the only reason why I can compare it is because I lived with you for a year.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only reason why I can compare it.
I was mildly tame that year. That was the mildly tame year, but
Well, that was shortly after you had that uh
I had
first
to start.
procedure.
I was say
Well, not your first, but
yeah, I had the good one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But yes, that was Angry Whopper was pretty bad for me. Would I do it again? Of course.
Of course.
So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you're a glutton for punishment.
of
That's the
course.
one thing I'm trying to figure out is like I still think that like I can still have it's the weirdest thing with like somebody that has Crohn's. I've always been told that like you can do spicy food, you just have to avoid healthy food, which is like the weirdest thing you can imagine.
Hmm.
Just like spicy food, completely fine because it's just gonna come out anyway.
Yeah,
But it's just like salads and stuff, like you can't process them.
it's just all that fiber.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like it basically just like sits. It goes nowhere.
Hmm.
It's like the weirdest thing.
You ever thought about doing like the carnivore diet?
I have actually,
Okay.
and the only issue with it is that it's it's honestly like the lack of like certain fibers, but you can supplement those. So
Yeah,
you have to like
yeah,
so that's kind of like my thought process like after surgery is like maybe even going some type of like carnivore diet of some type
yeah.
of like keto kind of thing.
Because from what I heard with the carnivore diet is because there's so little fiber, like you just don't really poop that much anymore.
Hmm.
And maybe if you wanted to take some sort of fiber supplement, like whole greens or something like
Just to
that,
get
like
it out, yeah. Like, and I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that might be honestly, I don't think it's that bad of an idea. It's something that I've thought about,
Mm-hmm.
especially like when I'm going through this whole situation, because essentially, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have to poop.
Dude, you're 30 now. You should do Joe Rogan diets. Like, just
I'm in the median age.
yeah, yeah. Well, I feel like once you like turn, there are just certain things that you would just never do when you were like a kid, and then now you're like, you know what? I get it. Like,
Well, it's understandable from like a health perspective. Like I
yeah,
get why he does it because he is a able-bodied regular person and he can eat and do things as he would. But
yeah, and he just
my
wants to
thing is
try
like,
things out because he hears good things about them.
yeah, and I mean, listen, I'm a hamster on a wheel when it comes to the medical field. So I just if it's something that I can try,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's more of just processing. Like I just got to make sure I can process the food that I eat. That's really what
Yeah,
it boils down to.
I mean, does red meat give you an issue?
Just farts. I mean, that's basically it.
Okay, I
Gas.
mean,
But that's with anybody. Like red meat,
yeah,
it's red. It's typically red meat from dairy producing products. So like if it's red meat from cows, like almost always,
okay,
it's just because of the fat. It's more of like a fat breakdown. So
yeah,
like that's when they say like in particular, like I don't do dairy. Like
yeah.
dairy doesn't agree with me
Oh
at all.
no, no.
And but that's common for a lot of people. Like
Well, I'll
we're
tell you
as
this:
human beings, we're actually not supposed to process dairy.
we're not. It's really baby food. Like it's
Well,
literally baby food.
yeah, it essentially almost like an enema. It's just like like listen, this is coming out. Like we know it's coming out. Like when
Like
you put milk in your cereal, just like 4 hours later, like you just be prepared.
oh, dude, fun fact. So my daughter's 1 now, so she drinks whole milk. So we have whole milk in the house,
Supplement
which
it.
I haven't drank whole milk in forever.
Did you
So,
try
but
it as
anyway,
like a science experiment?
I had a bowl of Cheerios today.
So little heart health, yeah.
Yeah, just like a little afternoon snack. I was like,
With
I'm
whole
kind of
milk.
hungry. I didn't have honey nut, so I put honey on the Cheerios and I poured whole milk on it. I am still farting.
I was
I
saying,
also had asparagus
yeah,
for dinner, but yeah,
it's the
I am
milk.
has to be because
No,
I
it's
don't
100%
I don't
the
really
milk.
drink milk anymore. But yeah, just as a
I
little
haven't had
experiment.
actual milk. I had ice cream last summer. That was the last time I had milk in
Hmm.
something. So I take in milk so little. I mean we have almond milk in the house.
Hmm.
I actually don't mind it. I actually kind of like the taste of almond milk.
Well, to be honest, I don't really do any milk, any sort nut milk, nothing. Just because, like intermittent fasting, like I don't really eat breakfast, and that's the only time I would really have.
I'm a huge breakfast fan.
Okay, I love
That's
breakfast too, and
I don't eat it during the week, only on the weekends.
hmm
And it's always like it's gluttony to like its purest form. So it's like, all right, what is the
absolutely.
most amount of breakfast I can put in my face
And that's
on the
one thing I
weekend?
realized is like the American breakfast is just sugar. Like that's all it
Mostly
is.
sugar,
It's
but
just
I love
pancakes,
I
French toast. Like
I'm not
that's
even a
dessert,
big
dude.
like my favorite breakfast. I love Monte Cristos, the
Oh,
French toast, like the ham and cheese in the middle. Like
yeah, yeah,
that's my favorite
delicious.
breakfast. It's just it's perfect
So
because it's
good.
got everything. It's got salty, sweet,
Hmm.
and you add a little syrup. It's everything that
Perfect.
your body like wants to take in.
Yeah,
But I just love breakfast sandwiches.
yeah, they're great.
I just love just putting shit, just slamming as much as I can in one thing.
Yeah,
But anything, but it has to be like on something big. So it has to be like on a big piece of bread. Like
a
I like it
big
on
ass croissant.
croissant biscuits.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But by far favorite breakfast Monte Cristo though, ham,
okay.
cheese, and it always has to be like that white cheddar or American cheese,
Hmm.
good ham, French
Hmm.
toast.
I need French toast,
Mm-hmm.
bacon, eggs, sausage, and a biscuit, and a biscuit,
Put it
and a
all.
glass of orange juice. Just all of it. Just give me all the breakfast foods and a cup of fruit.
Yeah.
because I love
If you can
fruit.
if you can find the perfect breakfast that I could stack into just like one meal.
Yeah, just give me a fucking trough of breakfast
Yeah,
food.
but just like
It's
smash it together in a
incredible.
sandwich.
Yeah,
That's how it is. Like
just
I just want a vessel to
just dump
slam in my
syrup
face.
all over it.
Like,
Nah.
give me a
But
vessel I can slam in my face as fast as I can.
yeah, but now I'm old, so I'm like I can't eat like that anymore.
You can have
Cause
it once a week. Sunday. You have your Sunday
yeah,
breakfast.
honestly, I haven't eaten breakfast like that in I don't know how long. To be honest with
It's
you,
been since the whole quarantine. Like I think
longer
the
for
last time
me.
we went out for breakfast was during the winter time.
Hmm.
And I got that Monte Cristo. That was
I kind of want to do that for my birthday.
is have just a breakfast.
Just have like a big, disgusting, like I'm gonna take a nap now breakfast. Also, I'm going shooting for my birthday, which is exciting.
Like skeet shooting? Or
Yeah. Well, like target shooting. Yeah.
like skeet like, well yeah, you just like
Yeah.
pull and you shoot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Uh,
Like I'm excited. Like the quarter life crisis is beginning. I'm excited.
so you're beyond the quarter life crisis.
I am now. No, I think I'm the I got a kid now crisis, so I have to be cool.
Yeah,
But
but having a kid is like I mean you're just kind of pushing the lineage.
yeah, but I
But
think
it's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean,
no,
believe
I'm
me,
not
you're not the
ashamed
only
at
one.
all. No, plenty of people got kids, but I think though, like I started looking at things like, okay, would the 14-year-old me think that I'm cool? And I think that's like a way to live life. Like, am I gonna do shit that like 14-year-old me thinks is cool?
I mean, it
That's
depends. Yeah.
I think that's how I'm gonna live my life now. Like I'm gonna live like okay, if I were 14 years old again, would I think that what I'm doing right now is like pretty cool? And that's just what I'm gonna do.
It's a good way to live life.
Yeah,
I never had that opportunity. I wish I did, but
you should. Just
it'll
think
take some time.
back to when you were like that age, you were your early teens, and you were like, yeah, like fucking, I love tits, and like, yeah, tits, tits, fast cars, yeah, I want to fuck, yeah. Like, just next time you go like shopping for a pair of sneakers, right? Just think to yourself, would the 14-year-old version of myself think these sneakers are cool?
I hope so.
Just think. In fact,
But
say it out loud.
all the shoes that I like are very fashionable.
Sure, but just say it. Like,
But I'm a
am I
very
dadding
classic
too
man.
hard right
Like
now? Of
you
course.
know, I love classic shoes. Like that's my
Yeah,
jam.
but
I've
just
been a
next time, just say that to yourself. You know?
well, I'll have to say it to myself with a bag.
Okay.
I had to ask my 14-year-old self, "Are you cool with shitting in a bag?" It's just like
Listen, there are certain things that are out of your control.
I know,
Okay,
I know, I know.
but
I can
everything else
imagine
that is in
I
your
couldn't imagine
control.
having that conversation with my 14-year-old self. Just like, hey man, do you think like maybe 15 years later you're gonna shit in a bag? It's just like, no, 14-year-old self, I couldn't think of that. But it's like,
No, no. Listen. There are certain things that are out of your control. I get that.
I gotta tell you, it's funny because like I kind of like I poke fun at my situation. It's a
Mhm.
good way to kind of like think about it, but it's like this is I think could be like super beneficial from the aspect of like the one thing that takes up the most of my time is taking shits.
Yeah,
Like, it's just like I feel like I spend a majority of my day like in the bathroom.
yeah.
I almost
Me
feel like
too.
it's gonna be weird. It's just like, what do I do with this extra like 5 hours that I have? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, do I crochet? Like, what the fuck do I do with
Do I talk to
this?
my girlfriend? Like, what do I
Yeah.
do?
Do I paint? Do I paint? Like, do I
Yeah.
just watch like a Bob Ross series and just being like, look at this unoccupied happy cloud? Like,
I've,
it's just,
I've taken up painting landscapes. I've actually gotten pretty good at it.
yeah. Hey, oddly enough, that I took all that extra energy that I was using for shitting and I got good at brickscaping. Believe it or
Yeah.
not.
I began whittling, wood
Yeah.
whittling. Yeah.
Look at this fire pit I made.
Look at this mallard.
I just make a recorder out of wood. She's like,
Yeah.
wow, man. It's like, look at all this extra time you have. It's just like, I made a recorder out of wood.
And now I'm going to learn to play it with all this extra time I have. Yeah. That's a
all this extra time I'm doing not shitting. Like,
yeah.
I just become an
Yeah, you
astrophysicist.
just mastered the universe. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I
you
actually
just
know. Yeah. I'm actually very well versed in the Apollo 13 moon landing.
yeah,
So,
you
yeah.
you learned everything to know about everything. That's what you did.
I'm just
Proud
going
of
to
you,
learn a
Zach.
language. Yeah. I got to figure one out. I want to get something. I probably want to learn like Russian, something like dirty European. Like that's what I want.
Russian's hard though, dude.
It
I would say
really is.
start easy. Learn like Dutch.
Dutch is actually it's. I thought about learning. Well, I'm looking at it from like my lineage, so I need to figure out like Eastern Europe.
Okay. Or Scots.
Scots would be okay.
Scots is pretty similar to modern English. In fact,
Yeah,
like you can listen to someone speak Scots and like
you're just
understand
like that's
everything they're
English,
saying.
dude. Like
Damn, there's like 2 or 3
that's
words in
damn
there
near
that
English.
like you wouldn't know what they are, but like for the most part, you'd understand Scots.
Absolutely.
In
So
fact, I was watching this really interesting video on YouTube, and it was about basically language, like the differences between language. And they said, like, you as an American, you might think that like all languages are vastly different, but here's a clip of this guy speaking Scots, and you click on the link, you listen to the video, and it's like you understand everything he's saying. You just think his accent's a little funny, but you know what he's saying.
mhm.
So there were a couple words in there that like I didn't get, but context, like I knew exactly what he was saying. So yeah, so like learn Scots.
Super easy.
Yeah, learn Scots.
Yeah, just learn a new language.
Yeah, I speak Scots.
Mm.
I speak Scots. That's it's the difference. I just said that in Scots. I speak Scots. Like yeah, I just said it in that language. From there, move to Dutch. You're good.
There we go.
You good?
I like burped and coughed at the same time.
Your dick okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still wiggling.
That's good.
Oh no. Okay. I thought I just
Okay.
sneezed.
Thought you had a sneeze. You just said that in Scots.
Oh, hot sneeze.
Yeah, there you go.
I was. That's a horrible feeling. Like you have to cough, but you also feel like you have to sneeze too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I wish my body would just make up its mind.
Yeah.
But so next week I don't know if we're gonna do a show. I have to figure it out. So I've got my surgery is scheduled for Thursday.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be 5 days in the hospital. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday's 5. If I get out, then I'll see how I feel.
Okay. Yeah, if we don't, I mean, it's summer. Shit's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll figure it out.
It's a hot girl summer.
Yeah, it is. Just be careful, man. Hot girl summers easily turn into pregnant bitch winters.
Real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking? Mo Bamba, Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
Watch
Happened
out.
to my wife.
Uh-oh. She's not pregnant again, is she?
No. But not last summer, but the summer before.
I hear you. No, I hear you.
Yeah. It was like summer 2018. Shot her club up. Hey, sorry. Yeah. Got anything else to cover?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I'll be documenting from a hospital bed near you.
Mm-hmm.
Let you know what's going on.
Okay.
Hopefully I have a bag in my stomach. And if I don't, then something went wrong.
Of course. Okay. That's hopefully nothing went wrong.
Yeah. We're going to give the boys a crash course in alostomy. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. I mean, hell, what else can we talk about? Kanye West running for president?
I mean, is he?
Shit you're not going to care about next week? Like, what? I don't know.
I mean, if he runs for president, he's honestly just deterring votes from the Trump camp. So.
You think so?
Well, he's not deterring votes in the Trump camp. He's trying to get votes taken away from the Biden camp to go to him.
Yeah. But
Us.
realistically, are Biden voters gonna vote for Kanye, especially with some of the shit that he said he's for?
He's got a new album coming out.
He does, and I think that's just Kanye Kardashian.
Yeah.
You know, I got a project coming out. I need attention. That's it.
I mean, that's usually how it works. Oh
Yeah.
God, I can't get these hiccups to go away.
All right, let's call it for your hiccups.
You're judging me.
I am.
Just right here. It's like you can feel it. Like you can feel it right in your chest.
Yeah, you're right in the chesticles.
From my titties.
Titties. All right, boys. Let's get out of
Oh,
here.
by the
We
way,
love you.
you haven't even touched
Wait, what
on
are
the
you
fact
saying?
that you're alone for like the next week.
Oh yeah, I'm alone till like
Single dad
Friday.
week.
Yeah, it's a single dad week. So my wife is on the island, and I'm here.
How many times have you masturbated?
Enough to make Mother Teresa blush.
It's like 17.
Yeah, something like that. It's a lot. By the way,
How long have you been home by yourself? Since like Saturday, right?
yeah.
So,
I got home on Saturday.
Sunday, Monday. So that's 4 days.
Yep,
And you're masturbating at a clip of like 2 a day?
2 to 3 a day.
2 or
Yeah,
3? So I'd say like between 8 to 12 times so far.
something like that. Yeah. Genocide.
I was gonna say that those are no longer rookie numbers. You were officially a seasoned vet.
Oh yeah, I'm a distance runner out here. Like we're putting up numbers.
Putting numbers, son.
We're putting up numbers, you know? Yeah, we're killing the game out here. This is just how we roll.
We're just murdering kids.
Yeah.
I could just be giving these kids to my wife, but no, not today.
Nope, could be, but nope, they're just slaughtering. Just
What have you been looking at? Anything fun?
you know, a lot of amateurs. You know, I search for pogs and you know, big greasy booties. That's my thing.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
know?
my jam too.
That's the jam right now. You know,
It's my jammy jam.
that's the jam right now. So yeah, and you know what though? Not gonna lie, the adult content is starting to get boring.
Really?
Maybe that's just me, but it's starting to get boring.
Is it quarantine?
I don't know if it's that. I think maybe it's time that I need to do some prayer and meditation. You know, reset the system.
Yeah, maybe you should just lay off the porn for like a week.
Yeah.
It's like
you
find
know?
Buddha.
Yeah, finding like. Also, part of it is, by the way, I don't know if you've seen the show Rami on
I have
Hulu.
not.
Okay, it's actually really good. But the whole show is about this one, like your typical millennial, and he's on his quest to like become a better Muslim. And Mahershala Ali is in it, by the way. It's actually really good.
Is it the Hulu show?
Yeah, it's a Hulu show.
As I've gotten a lot of promos for it, so
Okay. It's a very good show, but I would definitely give it a check. Definitely give it a check, but it also makes you feel like shit because you're jerking off, even though I'm not religious at all. It just makes you feel like it's
actually, hold on. I watched this documentary like a couple of years ago. It's about a guy who literally can't, like, he's got a self-confidence issue about how small his dick is,
Mhm.
but it's not that small. But because he's watched so much porn, it's the smallest dick he's ever seen.
Uh-huh.
It was like a Showtime doc. Oh God, it was
Which
so
is
good.
funny because you can find porn with like regular sized dicks.
I'm literally searching small dick documentary right now. I watched it like a year ago, and I've been like looking for it because it was really funny.
And this dude just thinks that he has such a small penis
Yep.
because he's only seen porn.
I said, I think this is it right here. I think it's called Unhung Hero.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can.
Unhung Hero.
I think this is it. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. It's called Unhung Hero. After his girlfriend rejects him for his underwhelming genitalia, his actor and comic, Patrick Mote, embarks on a twofold quest to find out if his size really does matter. And it's something that can be done to beef up his small member.
And this guy thinks that he has a little penis.
Yeah. It's called Unhung Hero. It's
I
actually
don't watch
not,
this.
yeah, it's actually kind of it's pretty funny. Like
All right, I gotta watch this.
yeah, it's I think it's actually on Hulu, but it's basically just a dude who's just like I think he just is oversensitized by pornography.
Uh-huh.
He's just like, my dick is small, and it's just like it's a very regular dick. Like it's just
It's a very standard issue penis.
yeah.
I'm looking for it now.
Yeah.
I might have seen this, honestly.
I think I feel like I definitely watched this movie. He goes all across the world. It's called Unhung Hero.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
Nah.
It might be on
Hogan's
Hulu now.
Heroes. Unhung. Let me see if I can find this. Unhung Hero. Unhung. Not Sunhung. Unhung
Yeah.
Hero. Yeah, I've seen this.
You've seen this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's more of an issue of self-confidence than anything.
It really is, because his penis, because they do reveal that he has a very average sized penis.
Yeah.
But his woman basically says, like, your dick's not that big. And then they interview her
Like,
later, and it's like,
she's
I didn't break
wrong.
up with you because of your penis. You're just a shitty person, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just a terrible person.
Yeah. But yeah, it comes out she didn't actually break up with him because of his penis size. It was just more convenient
Yeah, exactly.
to tell him that it was like the size of his penis.
Just like,
In reality, he had a very average sized penis. And he was doing all sorts of shit to like try to make his penis bigger.
Yeah.
Like there were different like penis stretches he would do and creams he would rub into the shaft. Yeah.
It's a very funny doc. Like check it out. Like
Yeah. So he was like, well, now I'm here
Can you
in
imagine
Korea.
getting
I
to
actually
that
feel
point in your
better
career,
about
it's just
myself.
like, I gotta find a way to I gotta break on the scene. It's just like, why not just like deface my penis like as much as possible?
Yeah. So that's all he did was like rub creams into his penis and like do different stretches to like lengthen the shaft.
I gotta tell you, man. Like I feel like my member is not like it, listen.
Mhm.
It ain't the most impressive piece of equipment, but it works.
Mhm.
Like it just
I get the job done.
gets the job done.
Yeah.
Has everybody looked at me and just been like, that thing's so small? Never. So, you wanna know why? Because I know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the work. It's not so much that it's not the size of the machinery, it's the work that you do. That's what I always say.
Yeah. But also one thing I kind of had to realize in life is like, okay, you got your guys out there like August Alsina, right? Dicks are huge. But
Yeah.
can all of those guys do porno?
No.
No. And the reason why is because, yeah, the
He
big
has no
dick
work
is a
ethic.
plus.
There's no
But-
work there.
Right. But the big dick is a plus, but you got to be able to perform. Okay? It's kind of like the NBA, which we also talked about on this podcast.
Yeah, it's a work ethic thing. Like
Does
you're not
being
putting in the work.
6'8" does being 6'8" help? Absolutely.
of course.
But you still have to be able to shoot,
You still gotta make shots.
You still got to make shots. You still have to have the strong work ethic. You got to be able to go out there and perform. You got to play hard or go home.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know what I did watch is like in my quarantine time is I just rewatched the Oakland Raiders Hard Knock series.
Mhm.
The whole knock on wood if you hear me. Just
Yeah.
basically it's just echoing in my head. And
Yeah.
it's just like the last episodes of that series is basically just John Gruden just being angry that nobody can catch a ball. It's
Yeah.
just like, this is the whole goddamn game. Catch the fucking ball.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it. Just imagine this guy. He has big dick energy, so he just thinks, listen, my dick is so big, I don't need to catch a ball.
Mhm.
But it's just as simple as catching the ball because it's really all about performance at the end of the day.
That's it, man.
If you can literally have the biggest dick in the world.
In the world.
But if you can't perform, it's just a big dick.
It's over. Yeah. It's a big dick. It looks nice,
Looks nice,
but can you use it?
but can it perform?
Exactly.
Anaconda is a big snake, but
Yeah.
if it doesn't bite, does it
It's
really
just a
matter?
big snake. Does it matter? No. No one wants a friendly anaconda.
Yeah.
They want a vicious monster.
Nobody wants a python that just like hugs you.
You need to be able to get that bad boy up on command, and you need to be able to come on command. If you can't do that, then like shit, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay? You're gonna come when I tell you to come. If you can't come when I tell you it's time to come, who cares?
Seems like the perfect time to leave.
I think this is the great time to leave.
It is the perfect time.
Yeah.
All right. So, narration. Morgan Freeman voice. Well, we came to a crossroads, and we decided that it was time to leave, as we needed to leave.
It was time to leave the internet for the night.
We needed to leave the internet for this evening, as the internet decided it was not ready for us.
I'll be a man, and you'll be a woman, and we will leave the internet for
Shoot
tonight.
this motherfucker! No. My favorite part of Wanted was when Morgan Freeman got angry.
You shoot this motherfucker.
Shoot this motherfucker.
It was a balmy July evening.
It's all about the textiles.
You must bend this bullet around this pig.
What a stupid fucking movie that was.
I love that fucking movie.
It was so dumb. It was so good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there's. I mean, mind you, it's mindless entertainment.
Mm-hmm. That movie made James McAvoy a thing.
I know. Also, quick aside, the boy or the friend that was cheating on his girlfriend was Chris Pratt, which I didn't realize until I rewatched it like a couple weeks ago.
Oh shit! I didn't realize he was in that movie.
Yeah,
I have to rewatch it now.
He was the cheating friend. Yeah.
Wow, I gotta rewatch that now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris Pratt, Angelina Jolie. How couldn't you like that movie? Morgan Freeman.
Wow, Morgan Freeman. Yeah. They really put some money out for that movie though, for the cast. Well, most of it was spent on Morgan Freeman and Angelina Jolie, not the script. But yeah, it was, and the special effects were good.
It was overall good movie film.
Yes.
The Boys Abide.
Yes. Shoot this motherfucker.
Shoot this motherfucker.
So big dicks, mid 2000s movies.
You got some homework to do, boys.
Yeah, you got some homework to do.
All right. Okay. So podcast is, I would say, up in the air next week. I think we're going to be doing quarantine editions for a little while. So
I would say for at least the next couple weeks.
Probably for the next couple weeks. I'll just say I'll apologize for the audio quality in advance. It's just out of our hands when we're doing this.
Yeah, well, you can't really risk an infection, so.
Yeah, I really shouldn't.
Yeah. So okay.
I'll keep the boys updated on pooping in a bag and what it's all about.
Yep, what it's hitting for.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But otherwise, we will talk to you soon. Love you, boys. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.